behind us than ahead of us. These teams have more or less taken their final form, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, everyone's done a good job moving pieces around and figuring out what works. Now it's just about protecting your record and getting it done out there.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bade in the backcourt together. And it's Tillman in at the 5, down low.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for a lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
On target from range.
Man, the confidence Irvin has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
Now here's Brooks. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. Jackson can't get it to go. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. at Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Here's Morant. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game. And that one's good for Brooks.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Now here's Irving. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Great positioning on the putback.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
There's a minute 26 left in the first quarter of the game. And the Jacksons just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire. He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Here's Doncic. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Boy, Doncic is so good at going at the defense. And when he goes at him like that, it puts the defense in a tough spot. Very crafty. And, you know, what's most impressive about Luka Doncic is how fast he has become a bona fide star in this league. I mean, you get the feeling he's nowhere close to being done improving yet. But I believe those games at the highest level in Europe really prepared him to be a star in the NBA.
Now here's Jackson. He played a great game against Golden State. Pass to Hardy. Back to Hardaway. Conchar pulls it in. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Jones. Mavericks with the rebound. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Hardy.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Hardaway against Kennard. The baseline, Jay. Oh, McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side.
Look who's coming out on the floor, everyone.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Dwight Powell out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Green. Then there's Justin Holiday. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Pass to Green. Back to Irving. Shoots over Moran. And that one's long.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one. You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises. Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Doncic is checked in for Holiday. Irving for three. The shot comes out. Now Memphis takes it the other way. There's a minute 54 left in the second period. And you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
Yeah, so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
Shot clock at 3. Brooks from outside. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Irving. And that comes off the assist by Green. Irving's got 5.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
Here's Bane. Can't hit it from 12 feet. The Mavericks trailing. Kleba passes to Irving. Outside, Green. Here's Doncic. That one's wide left. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Pass to Bane. Inside. Here's Aldama. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's Morant. And there's the rejection. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From deep, here's Doncic. Another miss by Doncic. For Memphis, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Here's Brooks. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Green for 3. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Mavericks on top, leading by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim. And that'll...
Okay, fans, time to make.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. The officials have been a little stingier with the whistle recently. Clark, you think fewer fouls called is good for the game?
I like to see the game played with a certain amount of flow, so you got to give some latitude to the physicality, and I am in favor of fewer fouls being called. The officials do a good job, I think, of judging advantage, disadvantage, and it's much more appealing to the fans when the game flows more fluid.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Jaren Jackson out there with Xavier Tillman. And it's Morant in at the point. Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. Doncic pulls down the board. The Mavericks leading. You know, one thing Kyrie Irving has talked about is reclaiming his power, Grant.
Well, he has stopped listening to the outside voices telling him what to do, finding his own purpose and his identity. And at times, that's meant being something of a renegade.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. They're running. From deep, Morant knocks it down from distance. Morant's got 7.
Look at the mechanics on Morant's shot. He can totally trust himself to hit the quick jumper.
Irving against Bain. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Doncic passes to Green. Goes back up.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Kyrie Irving. And he makes the first.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Williams is checked in for Memphis. Jones comes in for Morant. Pass to Hardy. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Christian Wood is checked in for the Mavericks. Conchar, he's checked in for Memphis. Kennard comes in for Bain. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And looking at their offensive efficiency, they are in the top half in the league, demonstrating their attention to detail on this end and willingness to be patient and get the best shot possible.
And to be number 2 in turnovers per game, it gives you a good sense of what a well-organized squad they are. They run a tight ship. It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Here's Jones. Deflected. Holiday passes to Hardaway. The 3 from Wood. He drops it from range. Wood's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Jones. Hauled in by McGee. The Mavericks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Pass to Hardy. There's the triple. And here's Hardaway. Here's Hardy. Pulls it from the top of the key. They get the rebound. McGee banked it in off the glass. And it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead, up by 4. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Tim Hardaway is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Christian Wood. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Morant against Doncic. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Grizzlies shooting only 36% so far in this game. Brooks against Hardaway. Second shot opportunity. The shot won't fall. Good D by Doncic. Pass to Bullock. Back to Irving. Doncic outside. Shoots over Morant. A nice shot by Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Doncic doesn't give the mid-range a lot of love, but he has the touch to knock it down from there.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. Cutting into this lead, they're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Oh, and Jackson with the block. And they get it back. On the wing, Bain. He's guarded by Irving. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Timeout called. The Mavericks. They're ahead by 2. 1:41 left to play in the fourth. Different look for Dallas. Wood comes in for Powell, and it's McGee in for Hardaway. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He told them, quote, "It all comes down to the next few minutes. That's what will decide this game. So step up. This is your moment, not theirs." Inspiring words, guys.
And Allie, thanks.
The maturation process of Doncic continues to be quite fun to watch. Welcoming any opportunity to get himself to the line. This guy likes the big moments.
Jackson. That shot missing, and it's Dallas the other way. And here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Jackson down low, covered by McGee. From deep, Morant.
Grizzlies foul. Xavier Tillman. Second personal foul. First team.
The Mavericks have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Now here's Doncic. There's the drive. Yep, that one's good. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
All right, we present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And he really made his presence felt on the inside. Just so active and looking all game long for openings. And he found them by scoring a lot of baskets by slashing to the hoop.
High arcing shot. Morant, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Pass to Doncic. Now here's Irving. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Dylan Brooks. First personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handle. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
You know, not many players have made the kind of splash Doncic did in his first year in the league. It was clear right away and really obvious this guy was no ordinary rookie. He played like a veteran from day one.
Timeout call. Memphis. They're down by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the final quarter. From deep, Payne. Wood grabs the board. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Irving finds McGee. Back to Irving. Over Morant. Irving, no good. Now Morant. Three-pointer, Brooks. And again, Memphis, no good. And so the Mavericks take the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every